What's up, guys, and how is everybody doing out there? If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping in, checking out my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for stopping back. Please consider subscribing. I know I'm doing a lot of talking head videos here recently. It's only because the weather. You never know if it's going to downpour, what's going to happen weather-wise. So another talking head video. Guys, you know what? We have two ongoing medical conditions in the house right now, and I'm going to address it. Before I even talk about that, guys, I've been completely just flabbergasted, I guess you could say, here in the Philippines when it comes to medical care. You just got to learn to deal with it, learn to live with it. Let me give you a couple examples of how just wonderful it is here. A buddy of mine was in an accident. They told him, oh, you broke your shoulder, you need reconstructive surgery on your shoulder. Set up an appointment for reconstructive surgery, all worried, family's worried, goes in, they turn around and say, we want another x-ray, do another x-ray. Oh, no, you didn't break your shoulder. You don't need reconstructive surgery. Another friend of mine was having stomach pains. Went in, did some testing. Oh, you, sounds like you might have colon cancer. Guy left the States, went back to America, got evaluated in America. All it was a hernia. Now, my turn. 4 years ago or so, I had to go to the hospital with the kidney stone problem. I had kidney stone. I had to go to the hospital back in the States at least twice for kidney stones. I know the pain. I know where it comes from. When I got to the hospital, they were trying to tell me that, oh, the symptoms and the pain you're receiving doesn't sound like kidney stones. They wanted to do some more tests on me. Now somebody's going to say, oh, they wanted to do tests on you to milk you out of your money. No. It's like I had to convince them that I had kidney stones. I knew the pain, I knew everything. But it's like you had to convince them. Like when you knew what was wrong with your body. But that's just three examples of things. It makes you it makes you wonder. It just kind of makes you think. It's like, okay, now remember, I'm joking now, guys. I'm joking. Did they go to a fixer and get their doctor's license? You know what I mean? Is it the top percentage of people that graduate here with a doctor's degree? You know, A+, B+. Maybe a C+, they just leave here because they know they can go to other countries and get a better paying job. And now the Philippines is stuck with like straight C's or D- doctors. I don't know. This is me thinking out loud. So now, like I said, we have two ongoing cases now in our family. Medical condition. Let's start with Lit. A few weeks ago, Lit was complaining like, you know, her stomach was hurting and she was in pain. And of course, she's going to try to ride it out. Let me ride it out. Let me ride it out. But it just was worse and worse. So she went to a doctor, one of the hospitals here, one of the doctors here. And they said, oh, it sounds like you just, you know, have heartburn. Sounds like you have heartburn. Okay, it'll go away. Never went away. Week later, back in. All right, push on the stomach, push it. Sounds like you still have heartburn. Here's some pills. Here's this. What we want you to do is, we want you to come back and get an ultrasound so we can see what's going on in your stomach. Okay. She comes back a little bit later, you know, a couple days later, they do the ultrasound. Well, ma'am, there's nothing wrong with your stomach. You don't have acid reflux. You don't have GERD. You don't have any of this. Oh, by the way, at the ultrasound, it looks like you have a cyst on your ovaries. That could be causing the problem. Go see the gynecologist. Well, it comes home. Now it's Saturday, so the gynecologist isn't open on a Saturday or Sunday. So now she's all worried, they said I have a cyst. Is this bad? What's gonna happen? Do I need an operation? Now she's all worried and everything like that. Today she goes down to the gynecologist. Takes her ultrasound along with her. Gynecologist goes, well, I need you to go get another ultrasound. She said, and a lot of times if you have a cyst, it doesn't give off any pain. So now let's thinking, okay, one doctor told me, I don't have acid reflux, I don't have GERD, there's nothing wrong with my stomach, yet I have a cyst on my ovary, and that could be giving me pain. Yet when I go to the gynecologist is telling me, hey, if you have a cyst on your ovary, you don't have any pain. Go out and get another MR, or go out and get another ultrasound. It's like, what's next? What's next? It's like, I'm just flabbergasted. And every time, it's 3,000, 4,000, 3,000, 4,000. Now I know somebody's going to jump up and say, hey, but Philly, I thought you had health insurance. I do have health insurance, guys. My health insurance covers us if we are admitted into the hospital, we need major surgery, we get admitted, then my health insurance kicks in and pays for it. My health insurance does not pay for doctor's visits. It's a good thing doctor's visits here are cheap. It's a good thing ultrasounds and scans and x-rays are cheap here. So yes, if I'm admitted, yes. Oh, I thought your wife had PhilHealth. Same thing. Same thing. They will only cover you on certain things, guys. They won't cover you on doctor's visits. I could be wrong about the PhilHealth, but that's what my wife said. Anyways, so that's the ongoing thing with her. Once again, 4 or 5 visits now again, a couple different tests, more tests. It's like she talked to some of her friends, and her one friend went and seen like 8 doctors before they finally got it right. Which brings me to that point. Can I go to the fixer here and get myself a doctor's degree? Anyways, the second family member, Hannah Grace. If you guys remember, about a month and a half ago, Hannah Grace left the dentist and passed out. And, we're all worried. Is it a seizure? What happened? A lot of you guys put your comments saying, oh, it could be this, it could be that. Thanks for the comments, but we'll go see a doctor and see what they have to say. And this had happened to her 4 years prior, so it's not something that happened all the time. This happened 4 years prior, and I remember when it happened, and I was there. I see guys, and I've seen people go into epileptic seizures, diabetic seizures. Hannah just kind of fell down. Her eyelids were twittering. She wasn't thrashing around. She wasn't, stiffened up or anything like that. So yeah, we went to the doctor. The doctor said, okay, we want to do a test. So they did a test on her. Came back and it basically said, there's a little abnormality, you guys know what I mean, in the brain there. But not a lot. We can't really diagnose it. And we don't want to put her on any type of medicine for epilepsy because it's so far and in between that this happens. And if we put her on epileptic medication, the side effects just aren't good, so we don't want to put her on it. However, we want you to go get another test, right? More in-depth test. So we went down to Clark Medical. Here's the form. We need this in-depth test. So they go down there and they do a longer test. And then they say, we want to do a sleep test on her. Okay. How much sleep did she get last night? Well, they told us, 6 hours at the most. No. 2 hours at the most. Got to leave and come back. So left, came back in a few days. Poor Hannah Grace was so tired. She went in, they did the sleep test on it. A couple days later, look, gets an email from the doctors, from the test center there. After further examination and looking at her sleep test and everything like that, we have found there to be nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. By the way, come back, see the doctor, and they'll talk to you again. They might probably send you somewhere else for another test or another exam until maybe the 10th, 11th, or 12th doctor might get it right. Like I said, these are the things you're going to have to deal with. Matter of fact, I apologize. I'm sitting outside, and yes, bikes are going, and people are honking horns and all that other fun stuff. But these are the things you're going to have to deal with. Matter of fact, I spoke to a subscriber this morning. I think he said he's either turning 78 or 79. And like he said, his main thing at this stage of his life is to be close to medical. You're going to need it. I know somebody will say, oh, why don't you take your kids and your wife back to the States and get a real diagnosis? No problem. No problem. Step up to the plate, pay for those visa fees, and they might not get approved. They might get approved to come over. Pay for all those visa fees, pay for the flights. You gotta step up and pay for all that. It is so easy for people to say, hey, why don't you take your kids and your wife back to America and get them diagnosed back in America? Step up to the plate. Got a PayPal down below. When you dump enough money in there, we'll do our best to try to get back, right? I myself, yes, I can go back. But to get her, Hannah Grace, and being back takes time and patience. So it's like this morning, yesterday morning, Hannah Grace wakes up. Her whole side of her face is just swollen. Like, what happened? She's like, I don't know. So I'm like, all right, put some ice on it, put ice on it, and I asked her, I said, is it painful? Does it hurt? She's like, no, it's not painful. It doesn't hurt. She can eat fine, and it just gets swollen up. So this morning, I'm like, all right, let's see how she is this morning. Still swelled up. We don't know. It looks like, maybe you got bit by a cockroach. Allergic reaction, a cockroach bit you. I'm thinking, well, maybe she got bit by a spider. But like I said, she's not feeling pain. Nothing hurts her. She doesn't feel weak. She doesn't feel tired. Guarantee if I go to the hospital, maybe after the 4th doctor, they might say, oh, well, it's just this. So you never know. But like I said, thank God, like an ultrasound. I think Luke spent, with a doctor doing the ultrasound, because you got to pay for the doctor, then you got to pay for the ultrasound. I think it was like 3,800 pesos, 3,800 pesos. You're looking at 60, 70 bucks, give or take. You go to the hospital here and go see a doctor, 800 pesos maybe, so you're looking at maybe 16 bucks, 15 bucks. It's not expensive. It's not expensive, but it always adds up. And for a Filipino that doesn't have, money here, and they got to go get treated, it can add up and add up. You got people in the province that, now they're not going to the doctor until they're basically gonna die, because they know when they get there, they're not gonna treat them. They're gonna treat them properly. They're gonna tell me this and come back, and that doesn't work, and this and that. It's like they wait till the pain is so unbearable that when they go in, oh, we know exactly what it is now. But yeah, that's what's going on. Like I said, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Is it, like I said, is it the good doctors are leaving the Philippines? Like, I can go to the United States with my degree. I can go to Canada. I can go here. I can go here with my top degree and my education being at the top of the class than to just stay here in the Philippines and work for next to nothing. Are they leaving? And the Philippines is just stuck with, C grades, D grades, D minus grades. Things that make you go, in the Philippines. So anyways, guys, I wanted to share that with you. Plus, I wanted to give you an update about Hannah Grace. Once again, still have no clue why she passed out like she did. But like I said, it happened 4 years ago. So it's not like it happens all the time. And, for those that want to put their comments in there and medically diagnose what's going on, trust me, your medical diagnosis will probably be just as good, and some of you guys might even have a better diagnosis than some of these doctors here with a degree. Well, maybe they don't have a real degree. Maybe they got it at the, maybe they went down to the fixer and got their diploma. So anyways, guys, with that being said, Talking Head video, gonna rain soon. Leave the comments below. Give me some thumbs up. Hit the like button. Hit the tip button. There's a tip button there that you can hit if you like what I'm doing. And we'll talk to you later.